Heyo, it's Studio. I am back again with another fun video for you guys. This one is slightly different for a couple of reasons. One, this isn't my usual process video. I don't remember a lot about this process, as it was made a while ago. And this is kind of like a meet the character. Half of the process wasn't recorded, which kind of led to this decision to at least just talk a little bit about my character here. She is one of my oldest characters. But before we do that, I have something very special about this video today. The music for it was made especially for this video by Syamori, who is a composer that I got in touch with through a good friend of mine. And working with him has been absolutely amazing. He's been waiting for this video to come out, and I've been dragging my feet a little bit with a lot of stuff that's been going on. She's been very busy, but it's here now. So I'm gonna plug his YouTube in, and I believe he has a SoundCloud or a Bandcamp. I'm gonna plug that in the description as well. So please go check him out. He does some really, really cool stuff. He's got a couple synesthesia videos out. He has a lot of original music. It's just very up my alley for lyricless music, and I hope it's up you guys' alley too. Again, awesome dude to work with. Just all around very pleasant experience, fun guy to talk to, and in the future there will be more of these videos where his music plays in the background. So I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to let you listen to the full audio file, and then we'll get on with the rest of the video. So that was the song. I love it. I love it very much. I am very pleased, and I really look forward to getting more songs done based off of the images in my videos. So stay tuned for that. Very excited. I'm hoping to also get some other artists represented, but for right now, I am very pleased to have Syamori working with me. I want to talk a little bit about the origins of Akila's design. She's a very angry, aggressive child, and her colors do not match that. I suppose she does have a lot of red in her. You know, she's a red-purple color. I used to base her off of Peony, but I think I've lightened her up. and then she's got a very prominent red underbelly. But other than that, she doesn't scream aggressive. She screams kind of, I don't know, sorrowful? Her bulky frame is very much aggressive. I wanted to make her species have the males be a little more lankier, a little more dexterous, and have the females be a lot more bulky. Have them pack on the muscle and be short and stout and squat and strong, kind of like a bulwark, battering ram and a wall all at once, as protection for the babies. So the males would do a lot of the hunting, a lot of the food gathering and bring them the food, and the females would do the majority of the defense work. And I think I mainly chose that because I wanted to give Akila a different body type, and experiment with her more aggressive side first. To do that, the females needed to be predisposed to having a chunky body type, and then of course she is just more chunky because she's always extra. I had originally made her on like a dragon doll maker, and her design has changed a lot. Obviously the body type has changed. I've also changed a lot of her colors so they make more sense. They're not eye-searing. Her hair used to be green for no reason. It just matched her eyes. So I decided to go an iridescent route, at least a little bit, with a blue fading into a lighter blue, and then when the light hits it you get greens, kind of reminding me a bit of a peacock plumage, or more aptly birds of paradise. And I just really liked that. I thought it would bring in a little bit more color and shimmer to her when she doesn't really have that. I've also changed up her curls a lot, so the curls on her face and her neck connect in the back so that it's one like continuous marking, and then the ones on her body all connect to a back stripe, and then the rings, so the bands on her legs and her tail, are standalone. And I think it is a more pleasing design overall. Maybe a little simple, but I think she pulls it off. So her origins, moving from the design origins to her origins, angsty background, because I love angsty characters, and I didn't have a lot of originality when I created her. So she belonged to a village where she lived with a couple of the other characters that will be in the story later, and it was attacked, and she was always, outward and aggressive, but not angry. So she wanted to try and help. She was a wee baby dragon. So she couldn't really do anything, and they forced her to leave, and she always felt like she should have done something to help save her village and help save her parents, which were decimated by this attack. So she blames herself, and she also blames the other children that escaped, and to an extent the healer that forced her to escape, for not helping, not saving her entire family, all she'd ever known. So she ends up in this new kingdom, and the queen takes a liking to her because they are the same species, so she's raised as an heir. And then the origins of the story is that the kingdom is attacked by a neighboring kingdom. The king makes the queen seem shameful. He makes her seem untrustworthy and cowardly, which turns the citizens on her after the battle, and makes them more readily accept him, which again makes it much easier for him to push out the rightful heir, which is Akila. He exiles her and her group of friends and her small group of supporters with no issue. So her entire story is her and her group of misfits trying to learn why this happened, learn a bit more about dragon culture, history, why things have been suppressed, where they came from, to try and get some more information that might help them, get the kingdom back. Originally it starts out as dirt on the ruler, and it leads down a rabbit hole of other things. Now, I don't have a lot of this plot written out. I have scenes in my head. I've got a lot of scenes involving her, because her character development is a lot of regression. She does not have a lot of progression, to the point where I'm like, is she even the protagonist anymore? I'm not going to give any more spoilers than that, because I really do want to get the story out in its entirety one day. So I don't want to spoil too many things, just in case someone watches this and they're like, oh, I know what's going to happen. But her goals, would be get her throne back, take her kingdom back, kick out that usurper, and they kind of get a little twisted as time goes on. She becomes blinded by her ambition and her need for revenge, and she gets maybe a little bit of a twisted sort of savior complex. Let's put it this way. Her idea of saving things is not necessarily saving them. That's all I'm gonna say, because I haven't fully fleshed it out yet. But essentially, she's good by nature. And she may or may not know how to accurately do that. She's not evil. She gets kind of close. Moving on, she has some complicated relationships. She doesn't have very many friends. She has a lot of people who admire her. She has some people that she considers friends, and she has many people that consider her a friend. They're in for a little bit of a rude awakening when they tell her that, and she's like, I didn't know this. It's not mutual. It's kind of difficult to get close to her because of her guilt. A little bit of that survivor guilt, a lot of not feeling like she can protect people, not feeling worthy of other people, but then feeling super worthy of herself. It's kind of complicated how she deals with her issues, her imposter syndrome kind of stuff. Daltoni, she hates. She thinks that he's a coward and a fool. She wants him gone. She would kill him herself if the opportunity arose. Damon, she's kind of neutral towards. She thinks he's too goofy, too foolhardy, but she likes him well enough. Jikan is her best friend, the only person she thinks she can turn to. Jikan is worried for her, very much. And then the other two main characters are Kiha and Erai. I might change his name. She's ambivalent towards them. She doesn't like them, she doesn't hate them. I could go on and on and on about all the things I have planned, all the other characters I want to introduce, but this is about her. She's very, some personality points. She's very aggressive. She's very forthright. She's arrogant with the weight to back it up. So she's not arrogant as in she doesn't have the ability she says she has. She's egotistical, kind of. To be knocked down a few pegs, it won't be in the same way as, oh, so there's someone better than her that she didn't think was better than her. She knows when someone's better than her. To be knocked down a few pegs would have to be told that she's not putting herself across properly. She's failing people in the way that she's carrying herself, carrying her weight around. Yeah, if you guys want more of these character things, I'd be so happy to do them. I love talking about my characters. But for now, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked the music. There will be more special music in the future. And I'll see you next time.